Our God, who created the universe, all the stars in the sky, he just thought them into existence. That God is willing to die. And as he tells us that he loves us so much, he's willing to die for us, this is what he says: as I have loved you, so love one another.
But when I was a Muslim, I didn't necessarily understand the Christian gospel all that well. And the gospel is this. This is an amazing story. That God knows you from before the beginning of time and realizes, he knows full well that no matter how hard you try, you will not be able to break away from sin. You will sin. And since God is perfectly holy, there can be no sin in his presence. And so according to the gospel message, God has to sacrifice. For the sake of sin, he has to remove it all himself. There's nothing we can do to come up before God without sin. He has to cleanse it of us himself.
What does it mean to follow Jesus if he's willing to die for people who sinned against him and I'm not? How am I a follower of Jesus? And in that moment, I realized what the gospel was. The gospel is not something that you just hear and believe. If it doesn't change your life, it hasn't hit you yet. And in that moment, I realized that this God is worth everything. This story is worth sharing with our lives. Oh, and our lives are in his hands. And if we die today, we're going to be taken care of. But there are millions, in fact billions of people for whom that is not the case. And if we lived every second of our lives for their sakes, only then would we truly honor this God who was willing to live the life we should have lived, to die the death that we should have died.